Namaste, my friends, and welcome or welcome back. Find your balance. Today, practice is all about finding your balance, in being able to maintain the balance and feel comfortable in it. So if you're struggling with your balancing poses, like a tree pose, for example, this practice is for you. We will be doing all sorts of preparation asanas as well as the balancing poses themselves. If you're interested, continue watching, stay with me, and let's practice together. To start our practice, I would like to ask you to take the seated position with your legs crossed in any comfortable way. Important for you to be able to maintain your back straight. You can put your hands on the knees like this, simply hanging, simply relaxing, closing your eyes, and doing a couple breaths, bringing your attention towards the present, focusing on the practice. Inhale and exhale. Remember this feeling in your body, so that in the end of the practice you will be able to compare and to see if something has changed. Couple more breaths, very deep, full breaths, starting with the belly, chest, clavicle region, and exhaling clavicle, chest, and belly. One more time. And exhale. Bring your hands in the Namaste in front of your chest. And if you're chanting the mantra Om, you can do it with me 3 times to tune towards the practice and to change the vibrations around us. Inhale. You can do it mentally as well. And a small incline. You're able to put your forearms on the ground, the sign of mutual respect, and we come back to the neutral position with our back straight. Let's start with the warm-up. As always, with our neck, bringing it up and down. With the exhale, the head goes down. With the inhale, up. And synchronize it with your breath. As fast or as slow as you feel. And now inclining to the right and to the left. For example, exhale to the right, inhale to the left, or vice versa. Or maybe even slower, only inhaling to the right, exhale in the middle, or the opposite. Important to do what feels right. And now twisting, looking to the right and to the left. And now the head goes down, and we do 3 rounds in one direction, clockwise, for example. Inhale, first half round. Exhale, second half. And in the opposite direction. Couple movements with our shoulders. Up and back, forward, up, back, like this. And in the opposite direction. Try to feel the muscles of the back. Nicely start warming up. Now the hands go up. Interlock your fingers. Open palms up. And stretch as much towards the sky as you can. Some maybe small movements to the right and to the left, making them a big, larger. If you know Jaya breathing, you can incorporate it already from the beginning of the practice. I will put the link over here and also below, just in case you don't know how to perform it. And now we bring our right hand to the ground and we cover ourselves with the left one. But don't cover completely, so you don't need to go all the way down. Important to stretch to the right and up. If you can put your forearm on the ground as well. Be sure that the sit bones are still glued to the yoga mat. Very well, and now we do the same on the other side. So we put our left palm on the ground and we cover ourselves with the right hand like this, stretching up and left, gazing from behind, but kind of like inside, trying to open our chest. And maybe to put the forearm as well on the ground. If your pelvis remains seated, it remains on the floor. Very well, now we do the twisting. We twist to the right, we bring the right hand behind our back, the left one on the right thigh, and we twist with a completely straight back. And we gaze to the right, behind our right shoulder. Continue breathing. Breathe with the belly here. Incorporate Ujjayi if you want. Very well. Now stretch up. And from here we stretch and twist to the left. The same, the left hand is behind the back. The right one is on the left thigh. We twist to the left with the straight back, gazing behind the left shoulder. Calm your breathing. Better to breathe, for example, 4 seconds or 4 counts. Inhale for exhale, or the exhale is twice lower than the inhale. Back to the center. Very well. Now couple movements with our back as well. So inhale, we arc the back, we bring our shoulders back and down. We gaze forward and up. We bring our chest up and forward as well. With the exhale, we round our back. We gaze towards the navel. You can hug like this your knees to help yourself round the back. Very nicely. Feel the stretching. So inhale, exhale. Very well. And now we go down a bit. Be sure that both sit bones are glued to the floor. And we do 3 rounds in one direction. Try to make it as low as possible, but don't do it with the upper part of the body. Do it from your hips, from your pelvis region. Very well. And in the opposite direction. Perfect. Now let's warm up our legs a bit. So for that, we simply put our hands behind our back. We stretch up very nicely. We open our shoulders, open our chest, and we do a couple movements simply like that, up and down with our feet. And you can put them hip width at the distance of your shoulders, of your hips. And I would do to the right and to the left, both feet. Very well. And now a couple rounds in one direction. The back remains straight. And in the opposite. Next movement. You can keep your hands behind your back. And what we do, we bring our right foot towards us, close to the pelvis. And then we open the hip, putting the knee as close to the ground as possible. Up and back to the previous position. So the left foot close to the pelvis, open the hip, knee up, and back the leg straight. Couple movements this way with your own speed, warming up our hips. If you feel very comfortable with your hands behind your back, you can try to put your hands in Namaste and do the same movement with your hands in the Namaste in front of your chest. This way it's a bit more challenging. Very well. Now, bring your legs close to you, cross them, and we go on all four. In the table pose, and couple movements in the cat. Inhale, we gaze up and forward, arcing our back. Exhale, rounding the back, gazing towards the navel. Be sure that your palms are completely and perfectly under your elbows and under your shoulders. Perfect. Perpendicular. And the same over here, so 90 degrees. You can tuck your toes under for more support and more stability. So a couple movements. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And with the exhale, we go to the neutral position. We start our balancing poses with the most simple one, which will be on all fours. So with the inhale, we rise our right hand. And if it's already challenging, you can stay here. For the one who would like, we'll raise our left leg back. The toes are tucked. And we're kind of like pushing away with our heel. Like imagine the wall that you're trying to push against. Don't do this way, so the neck is relaxed. Bring yourself up, push away with your hand from the mat, gazing down, keeping the balance. You can stay here, or you can go already in the table pose if it's hard for you. For the one who would like to go forward, we grab our ankle and the movement is you try to bring your heel up. So we're kind of like pulling ourselves. So we'll bring it up, and this way the right shoulder goes back and you open your chest a bit more. Gazing a bit down and forward like diagonal. Staying in this pose, and we simply breathe. Continue breathing. Use Ujjayi if you can. This will help you to balance. And with the exhale, we go back to the table pose, on all fours. Couple movements once again in the cat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale back in the neutral position. We do the same on the other side. So we raise our left hand in front of us straight, and you can stay here, or you would, if you would like, we raise our right leg. Toes are tucked, and be sure that you're pushing away with your heel. You're trying to elongate yourself. So the arm is bringing yourself forward. The leg is pushing away from back. Staying in this pose. If you would like, we can grab our ankle and bring our heel up, opening our chest, bringing the left shoulder back. Be sure to find the immobile point on the floor, a bit down and in front of you for more stability. Continue breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and with the exhale we go back on all fours. Couple movements again. We did very well. And neutral position. Now we will go for a small rest in the child pose. So release your toes, put your feet on the bridge of the foot, put your pelvis, your sit bones, your buttocks on the heels, and try to lower yourself on the floor, bringing your belly a bit behind your thighs, like this, and bringing your hands or in front of you, like this, and the forehead down on the ground, or your hands can be behind. The way it feels comfortable, we do 3 breaths here to relax a bit, relax our back, and 1 inhale, exhale, 2 inhale, exhale, 3 inhale, exhale. Very well, we raise ourselves and we go into the standing position. So be careful, simply help yourself a bit with your hands, and we go in the standing pose. We will start with the mountain pose, with the Tadasana, to understand the feeling in our body, to even the feelings as well on the right side and on the left side. So the feet are together, legs are very strong, the kneecaps are lifted, shoulders up and back, hands are pulling away from you, kind of like trying to bring even your shoulders back and down, gaze forward, stretching from the top of the crown up, and with your heels and with your feet down, grounded. Very well. Next, we will do the tree pose. So the variations, you can start, first of all, we bring all of the weight to the left leg. The left leg is very, very strong. Even the down part of the belly is tensed a bit. The buttocks are strong and the kneecap is lifted. This is the main secret, let's say, of these standing balancing poses. So you need to be very, very comfortable on this leg. If we do like that, it's not very comfortable. You won't be able to stay here long. So buttocks very strong. The abdominal muscles are very strong as well. And kneecap is lifted. So you're trying to kind of like push from the ground and grow a bit more. So the right leg can go as low as like this, or here, anywhere. If you're able, we put our right foot from inside of the left thigh. You can find the immobile point in front of you, hands in Namaste, gazing down. If it's very comfortable, you can bring your hands to the sides or all the way up, united in Namaste, and then to play a bit with the gaze. So we can leave our gaze down, and that's the easiest, or trying to raise it as high as you possibly can, even up. So the higher you raise it, the more difficult it is to keep the balance. And we will keep our balancing for quite a while, so try to make yourself comfortable. Breathe, or full yogic breath, or actually any way you want, incorporating Ujjayi breathing for stability as well. If it's very easy for you, you can try to close your eyes, but be careful, because the moment you close your eyes, you start losing the balance. So you should be most better like near the wall that you can lean on, just in case. Very well. Now we bring our right knee close to us and we hold it, trying to bring it as close to our chest as possible. Very well. Now try to grab your big toe with 3 first fingers of your right hand. If you're already tired, simply go into the Halasana pose, stay here, and then come back to the position. So we do this way. Stay here for some moments. If it's hard, simply stay holding your knee like this, holding your chin, and you can bring your left hand on the waist. From here, we try to straighten our right leg all the way in front. Upkhaya Padangusthasana. And here we stay for a couple breaths, focusing, finding the balance. Be sure that the left leg is very, very strong. If it's hard for you, stay here, or you can actually use the belt, yoga strap, or anything you have at home. And you can hold it this way, or with one hand, or with 2, the way you want. It can be even here. Try anyway in this position not to put all the weight, kind of like of this pose, on your hand. Try to incorporate the muscles of your thigh, so just in case if you will drop your hand, drop your leg, it doesn't go all the way down. It's very hard, I know. Be careful, because this pose is very challenging. So, okay, we're there for quite some time. Now, exit the pose very slowly, bend the right leg, and we'll bring it down. Here we do couple movements. Most probably your left buttock will feel very fiery, let's say. It means that you worked very nicely. Couple movement with our feet, maybe, up and down, paddling like this, to be sure that there is no tension on our left leg remained. Perfect. Okay, back to the Uttanasana pose. Mountain pose, shoulders up and back, gazing forward. Try to always monitor what happened in your body. What are the feelings? Is there a difference between the left and the right side? Always be mindful and feeling your body. That's the whole point of kind of yoga, understanding what you want and what your body wants, how it reacts to the poses that we do. Now we bring the left leg into the Vrikshasana, or the tree pose. It can be all the way down like this, the big toe touching the ground. If you can, we can lift it a bit higher or higher. Be sure not to put it on the knee. This is a bad idea. So, or a bit down or a bit up, and the left foot goes on the inner side of the right one, of the right thigh, trying to open our knee as to the left as possible, bringing it there, gazing down. If you want, you can start playing with the gaze, bringing it a bit higher. Arms go parallel to the floor, And maybe in Namaste in front of your head. Be sure that the weight is on the right leg, but it's very strong. So it's kind of you're pushing with your foot from the ground. The kneecap is lifted. The abdominal muscles are tight and strengthened. The buttock is strong as well. And the tailbone is tucked under. We stay in this pose for a couple more breaths. The balancing poses are incredible for our body. They're perfect for the posture, for our back, for our legs. We train all of the muscles, even the super, super small muscles in our body that you didn't know existed. The one that help us exactly keep this balance. Very well. From here, as we did last time, we're trying to grab our big toe with 3 fingers of our left hand, and we are straightening our left leg in front of us. You can stay here even, or you can grab your knee, or you can use a yoga strap to help yourself. So you can, to do this, you can even bend a bit your right leg. Maybe this way it will be easier. And then while straightening one, you straighten another one. And gazing forward. Relax the muscles of your face, relax your neck, relax all of the muscles that are not involved in this pose. Kneecap is lifted off the right leg. And with the exhale, we go down. We bring both legs, both feet on the ground, and once again, couple movements up and down. To the sides. Do any movement that you feel. I want you to learn to listen to your body and not only to me telling you what to do. So if after the pose you feel that your arms are tensed, do some movements. Your feet are tense, do some movements simply to release this tension. Very well. Now, our feet remain at the distance of our shoulders, and we do the following. We bring our hands behind of our back, we put them like this, so the fingers are directed upwards if you can. If you cannot, even like this is fine, or even like that. But the best one, it's fingers up. And we do a couple movements, up and down. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Don't go too deep. It's simply the beginning. Inhale. The most important here, it's not to push your hips in front, it's to open your chest. Bring your shoulders back like this. When you go back, your shoulders go back and down, and your buttocks become very, very strong. In order to protect our lumbar part of the spine, we need to firm our buttocks. And now, prepare to hold. So, in this position, choose the comfortable pose for the hands that you can keep, and better to stay like this with your chest open, shoulders back, gazing up and forward, than to do like this. This is wrong. So the buttocks are very strong, and we first and foremost, we open our chest. And when we understand that here already it's perfect and our back feels very nice, we can start going a bit lower. Buttocks strong, gazing in front of us, gazing forward. 2 more breaths. And with the exhale, we go down. We put our hands where our legs start, and we push ourselves away from us. So it's kind of like you're trying to straighten your hands. Sometimes it's almost impossible to straighten the hands. It can be here, it can be here, it can be here. Don't put them on the knees. Important to feel the nice stretching and elongation in the back. So when you feel it, it's the correct pose, correct execution of the pose. Very well. With the exhale, we go down, simply hanging. Do the elbow lock, grab one elbow with the palm of another hand. Relax your neck completely. We stay in this pose for 8 long breaths. 1 inhale, exhale. 2 inhale, exhale. 3 inhale, exhale. 4 inhale, exhale. 5 inhale, exhale. 6 inhale, exhale. 7 inhale, exhale. 8 inhale, and exhale. For the next inhale, we go half lift like this. Here, inhale and exhale. And with the next inhale, we go all the way up once again. From here, once again, the mountain pose. Simply for inhale, exhale. Feeling the feelings in the body. Seeing what has changed. Very well. From here, we will do the same pose that we did before, but we will do the second variation. So, Uttanasana 2. We're grabbing our big toe with our right hand. Be sure that all weight is on the left one and the leg is very, very strong. We lift and straighten our right leg. The left hand is on the waist. And now we start bringing it and opening it to the side, to the right, like that. If it's hard for you, once again, simply holding like this. Whoop. This way, so you hold your knee and you open your hip to the right. Or if you want, yoga strap, always the belt, anything, t-shirt, anything you have. So over here, you keep gazing in one direction. Don't move your gaze. And we bring our right leg to the right, as low or as high as you can. Keep the pose for a couple breaths. Continue breathing. Use Ujjayi if you want. If you want, you can bring your left hand in Jnani Mudra like this to the side. Keep the balance. And now with the exhale, we bring our leg back in front of us and we release the hold. From here, we don't put it on the ground. What we do, we go in the third warrior. So here, put your hands in Namaste. Start bringing your weight forward and the leg back. In the final position, your leg should be at the level of your body or at the level of your head. If it's hard for you, simply put maybe a chair or some blocks and help yourself in the balance. Better not to do this because we're really trying to teach our body how to navigate in these positions. So once again, the third warrior, Virabhadrasana 3. From here, we bring our hands parallel to the floor, now in front of us. And with the exhale, we bring our hands down on the ground. Pelvis is closed, the right leg is up, and we're trying to bring it as up as we possibly can. Important not to open the pelvis. Important to feel the stretching in the backside of the left leg. So the palms can be on the floor. If it's hard for you, once again, put the chair or something you can hold towards the wall, for example. And with the exhale, we bring the left foot down, bringing the hands, both hands in front of us on the fingertips, and bringing the weight of our body to the heels. So we're kind of like bringing it back. Relaxing the neck and staying in this position for a couple breaths, stretching both legs. Very well, bring your weight in the middle. And now we do the Uttanasana. So we grab our ankles and trying to bring our belly towards the thighs, and the elbows are directed back. If you cannot do this, here the most important to keep your legs straight. So you can even stay this way, like this, with the back bend. Simply, it's important to, at any cost, to feel the stretching in the back side of your legs. So maybe you need to bring a bit the weight back. Maybe you need to use a chair or some blocks. Important movement here, it's kind of like folding in the pelvis. So you don't fold here, you fold over here. The movement is kind of like the backbone, the tailbone goes up. So we were doing it down, now it goes up, like the tail. And we stay in this pose for a couple breaths. Relax the neck completely. With an inhale, we raise half. Inhale, exhale in this position. Next, inhale, very, very slowly. We go into the standing pose. Again, Tadasana. Mountain pose, gazing forward. All the body is very strong. Kneecaps are lifted. Shoulders down. Fingers are very strong. They're pushing away from your shoulders. And we do everything on the other side. So all of the weight goes on the right leg. Kneecap is lifted. We bring our left foot close to us, as close as possible. And we grab our big toe with the fingers of the left hand. And now we're trying to straighten the left leg in front of us. And we open the leg to the left. Upkhaya Padangusthasana 2, or B, as it also called. And the right hand can go parallel to the floor in Jnani Mudra. This will give you more focus. And once again, you can grab simply your shin like this, even with both hands, but then you will have to release one hand to bring your leg to the left. Be sure that the kneecap is lifted off the supportive leg. With the exhale, we go back to the center. From here, we go into the third warrior, Virabhadrasana 3. We go down parallel to the floor. The toes are tucked. Breathe. Continue breathing. Now hands parallel to the floor. Hands in front. And with the exhale, we go down. Left leg goes up, pelvis is closed. For the next inhale, a bit higher, and exhale down. Very well. Here we bring both of the foot at the distance of our hips. And you can do the lock with your elbows, for example. You can do the Uttanasana, as we did previously. Or, if you would like, we put our palms under our feet, if you can. Elbows goes to the sides, and we're trying to bring ourselves between the legs. Bakasana. 5 long breaths here. 1 inhale. Exhale. 2 inhale. Exhale. 3 inhale. Exhale. 4 inhale. Exhale. 5 inhale. Exhale. 6 inhale. Exhale. 7 inhale. Exhale. 8 inhale. And exhale. Release the hold. Bring your hands forward and bring your hands as forward as you can and your legs down and back. So we go into the Adho Mukha Svanasana or downward facing dog. And we first stay with our knees bent like this, pushing away with our hands from the yoga mat. Be sure that the fingers are nicely open like that. The palms and all of the fingers, the whole surface of the hand is glued to the floor. And now start paddling. The tailbone goes up. There is a straight line from your hands to your backbone, to the tailbone. And now we hold in this pose for a couple breaths. Try to put your heels on the ground if you can. Now, with left hand, we are grabbing our ankle from the outside of the right foot this way, and we're gazing from behind, from inside kind of our shoulder. And this is the 3-legged dog. If you're sliding, there are a couple options, or the yoga mat is banned, or you're sweating and the yoga mat is not done for sweat, or you're not really pushing very nicely away with your hands, so it should be really glued, all of it, and the fingers are strong, everything's strong, kind of like grab it nicely. If you're anyway sliding, lower the distance, do like this. If you're still sliding, better get out from your yoga mat and stay on the ground, because most of the time, simply ground or the floor in the house is better. And we're returning from this pose into the downward facing dog, normal one. Inhale, exhale here, and do everything for another side. So we're grabbing with the right hand our left ankle from the outside, gazing from down. Kind of like to the armpit and towards the sky. Try not to be up, try to lower your shoulders anyway towards the floor. Pelvis is neutral. And with the inhale, we go back into the downward facing dog. And here we put our knees on the ground, relax a bit, and go into the child pose. Relaxing after these intense poses. Continue breathing. Focus your attention to the areas where there is most tension, most discomfort may be created after we did these poses. And with the inhale, we will do the following. We will do the puppy pose. So, first of all, be sure that your knees are perfectly under your hips. With the feet, you can do anything you want. You can tuck the toes, for example, or put your feet on the bridge. And we go all the way in front, bringing your hands in front of you and lowering the chest to the ground, putting the chin to the ground as well if you can. And here, a couple breaths. Stretching the shoulders, stretching the back, arcing the back. Very well. Now with the inhale, you bring yourself a bit forward to help with your hands and go into the all fours. In the all fours, what we're going to do with the inhale, we will raise our right hand and left leg. With the exhale, we're bringing it down. And once again, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And once again, inhale, and we hold for 3 breaths. And be sure that your palm is under your elbow and under the shoulder. One more inhale and exhale. The same on another side. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Once again, inhale, and we hold for 3 breaths. Pelvis is closed. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Now we go into the seated position. And we will do a couple boat poses. As for any balancing poses, what we need actually are the muscles. And your abdominal muscles are crucial here. So if you don't have very strong abdominal muscles, you will really have hard time balancing. Now we worked on our shoulders, on our hands, on our back and the legs. But now we need the forward part of our body. So from here, we first start balancing on our buttocks this way, on the sit bones. putting our knees a bit closer to us, grabbing yourself from behind the knees. The shins are parallel to the floor. Keep this balance. You can stay here, or if you feel comfortable, you can try to straighten your legs. And now we leave one leg down, bring it up. I know it's not easy. Down and up. Down and up. Very well. Couple more movements. Down and up. Perfect. Very well. Now, if you can stay even here. If you can, release the hold and trying to bring our hands or on the floor or parallel. Simply couple movements, couple breaths, sorry. And relax completely. Now we do the reverse table. So both of the hands are behind the back, fingers are facing forward. Our feet are at the length, let's say, where the niche is supposed to be if you straighten your leg. And we raise our pelvis. Stay in this pose, relaxing the belly this way. Breathing with the belly. One more inhale and exhale very well. Now, grab your big toes if you can. I think you can. And you can stay here. Once again, balancing on the buttocks. For the one who would like to go forward further, we straighten both of the legs. We gaze forward. You can keep your hands, your arms completely straight. If you're very flexible and you would like, you can bend them, trying to bring your shins, your feet closer towards you. But actually for this pose, even the simply straight hands, straight arms are completely fine. Find your balance. If you want, you can close your eyes if you feel very comfortable. Now we open the legs like this, so the weight will go a bit forward. Once again, gazing forward, shoulders down. You can close your eyes if you want. Continue breathing. Find comfort in discomfort. For the next exhale, we'll bring both legs once again together, united. And you can stay here, or if you want, we'll release the hold. Working on the front part of our legs, on our abdominal muscles. And now we go into the laying position, but very, 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 very slowly. I will move myself a bit. So we lay down very well. Couple breaths with the belly. Inhale and exhale. Once again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. The next pose will be an Antasana pose. So we put ourselves on the left side of our body, like that. The left hand goes up under your head Now we bend the elbow and bring your hand under your head. So this way it's quite comfortable. Next one, we bend the left leg in the knee. The angle is 90 degrees. We grab our big toe of the right foot with our right hand, and we're trying to straighten our right leg. If you cannot, once again, the yoga strap is amazing, or the belt or whatever. So you can hold like this. If this is very, very easy for you and you feel super comfortable, if you feel very comfortable, try to straighten also the left leg. So the left leg is straight. First, do it with your toes tucked like this. It's a very tricky balance, so fix your gaze on one immobile point. You can also do this way, so it's not like you need completely to straighten your leg, at all costs. Finding the balance. If that is very, very easy, you can straighten both of the legs and not even use your kind of like hammer foot to help you. So there should be one straight line. Your pelvis shouldn't be back. Very well. Inhale. And with the exhale, we go down. So turn on the other side. I will be with my back towards you. Once again, laying down on the right side of the body. The right hand is outstretched. And we bend it in the elbow. We bring our palm under our head. The right leg is in front of us. Bend it at 90 degrees. Bend in the knee. We grab our left big toe and we're straightening our left leg. Or you can do this way. Important anyway to challenge yourself. If something is very easy, you need to make it a bit harder. Because in yoga it's 70-30. So 70% comfort, 30, let's say, discomfort or challenge. If you want, you can straighten the right leg. Find any mobile point in front of you, maybe on the floor. Couple more seconds. And exhale. Now, going on the belly, I will turn like this towards you. Going on the belly, bring your palms on the ground and lift yourself a bit and stretch your spine all the way up and in front, and bring your down ribs. They should be like on the ground this way. Perfect. We stay here. Hands go all the way back. We interlock our fingers and we open our shoulders. Hatha Pose. Make your buttocks very strong as well to protect your back. And release the pose. Inhale, exhale in relaxation. Your forehead is on the hands in front of you. Very well. And now we will try the next pose, which is quite a tricky balance. So we will simply try it. I'm not telling it's almost impossible to do it immediately. Maybe you already have it, which is, it's a Bakasana Pose. It's the first arm balance that one starts learning. It's quite tricky, so even though we already worked a lot with our wrists, we still will need to warm them up a bit more. So we bring our hands in Namaste, and now we start rolling it in one direction, rolling it this way, trying always to keep them connected, like a flower in one direction. And in another direction. I will show you a couple ways how to enter the pose, and then you will maybe keep trying, after the practice, or you can watch this practice a couple times. Be sure to warm up very nicely your wrists, because otherwise you can really get injured, especially if you're not very strong. So for this pose, I would always recommend the most important pose to get yourself ready is the plank pose. Right now we're not doing them because for you not to be too tired to perform the Bakasana. So what we do, there are two options. Or we do it from the Kagasana, which is the variation of Halasana pose. So both of the feet are at the distance of your yoga mat, and we're seated in between of them, and we're kind of pushing away with our elbows from our thighs and trying to straighten our back, gazing forward, hands in Namaste in front. Back is very strong and tall. Here we put our hands in front of us. So palms are nicely glued, the same as in downward facing dog, glued to the floor. From here, you need to bring your weight forward. If you're afraid to fall, put some pillows in front of you. So we bring the weight forward, and what you need to put your kind of knees over here on your arms and do a couple movements. Maybe raise yourself on the toes a bit and bring one leg up, hold, bring another leg up and hold. Couple movements this way. You don't need completely to bring yourself forward and fall. So here simply prepare ourselves. Couple movements. One leg, another leg. And maybe for you it's already enough, so simply go into the Bakasana pose this way and relax in this pose. If you would like, we bring one up and then we bring another up. And stay in this pose for a couple seconds, for a couple breaths if you can. If you feel already that your wrists are not happy, go back. It's better to make it slow, but if you practice it, if you incorporate this pose in your practice, I guarantee, no matter how fit you are, no matter how tall you are, no matter how heavy or light you are, you will be able to perform it. So this is one option. The second one is from the standing position. So we're standing like this, then we fold, we bring our hands in front of us, and here we bring ourselves on the toes. For me, it's my favorite actually. Bringing the knee under the armpit, like this, inside of the armpit. Or both, or one at a time. Gazing down. The higher your gaze, the harder it is. Don't stay for long. Better to do a couple attempts than to overdo. So once again in this pose, if you would like, you can put, if your wrists are tired, we put the opposite. So we do like this with our hands and slight pushing. Don't push too hard. Slight pushing. Very well. One last time. Choose the one you like, or from down or from up. I don't hold for a long time because just 2 weeks ago I injured a bit my wrist. So it's my first attempt after this to perform the Bakasana, which is my favorite. So couple movements with your wrists after you're ready, like this. And we go into the laying position. From here we will do the half bridge pose, so your feet are close to the pelvis. We raise our pelvis, we do couple walks, so bringing our shoulders and shoulder blades as close to one another as possible, raising the pelvis, pushing away with our feet from the ground, bringing the hands in the lock down, and breathing. Simply breathe in this pose, arcing our back. And exhale. Very well. Hands are grabbing our knees, a couple movements to the right and to the left. Hug yourself a bit. And now we will do the inverted poses. So if you have restrictions, which are the very high blood pressure, high pressure in your eyes, or maybe some severe problems with your sight, or the cycle like for girls, please don't do the inverted poses. Simply lay down in the Supta Baddha Konasana pose like this, laying down on your back, your knees are apart and feet together. Palms are directed upwards. For the rest of us, we will do a couple inverted poses. We will start with the Halasana. So with any movement, but don't rush it, we're bringing our feet behind of our head. Important, the moment you bring your feet there, not to move your head. So we lock our chin in our chest. There is kind of like a small hole there. So the perfect would be if you would be able to lock it somehow. Now we start walking once again with our shoulders, with our shoulder blades towards the center. Kind of like opening our chest and bringing the shoulders down, straightening the back, straightening the legs if you can. If you cannot, put your knees on your forehead, for example, or put your feet on the chair or on the sofa, anything that you want to use, for example, for today. Hands can be or on the floor, or you can make the lock with the fingers and open it up. Or bring both hands with the fingers directed towards the sky. Both hands on the back. Halasana. From here, one by one, we start lifting our legs into the candle pose or Salamba Sarvangasana. Be sure that the weight is not on your neck, but on the shoulders, because it's called the shoulder stand, not the neck stand, so be careful with your neck. If it's already too much for you, simply slowly go back to the Halasana, bringing your legs behind your head. Strengthen your buttocks. Relax your head. Relax your muscles of the face, They shouldn't be tensed. And with the exhale, we bring our legs, our feet behind our head. And now very, very slowly, one vertebra at a time, we're lowering our body on the floor into the Shavasana pose, into the pose of complete relaxation. After the practice, if you feel any discomfort in your back, you can do the following. We can do the Uttanasana pose. So what we do, we're putting the top of the head like this on the ground while holding our buttocks a bit, like our hips. So we put it on the ground while have some hair there. And we're trying to lift ourselves on our elbows, on our forearms, bringing our chest up, opening it. You can keep your feet together. Uttanasana pose, King of Fishes, also called the fish pose. Couple breaths here, and when you're ready, we're going back. If you still have some tension, some discomfort, you can bring your legs bent in the knees close to you. Simply stay here for a couple moments. And when you're ready, relax yourself in the Shavasana pose. Simply the way the arms and the legs remain around 30 degrees from the body. The angle is palms are directed upwards. Face is completely relaxed. Your mouth is closed. As always, we're doing yoga, we breathe with the nose unless something different is suggested. Couple breaths. Scan your body, scan the feelings. And now we try and we start relaxing our body. Starting with the feet. Relax your feet completely. You can move a bit your toes if you want. Relaxing the shins and the calves. Relaxing the knees. Relaxing the thighs, the hips, and the buttocks. Relaxing our fingers of the hands. You can move them a bit and relax them with the exhale. Relaxing the palm and the wrists. Relaxing forearms and elbows. Bring attention to your arms and shoulders and relax them. We're moving towards our belly. With the next exhale, relax the muscles of the belly completely. Relax your chest. And once again, relax your shoulders. Bring attention to your back. Pass through all of the back from down to up and relax it with the exhale. Relax your neck. Relax your chin and the mouth. Relax your tongue inside of the mouth. Relax your nose and the cheeks. Relax your eyes and eyebrows. Relax your forehead, the scalp of your head. Relax your ears. All body is completely relaxed. Feel the heaviness of your body, the weight of your body on the mat. This nice, heavy feeling. Relax completely. And bring your attention to breathing. Monitor how your body is doing the inhale and exhale. We're always so busy with different thoughts in our head, but now I want you only to focus on the breath. Not to think about anything else, only the breath exists. The inhale and the exhale. Like the waves of the lake, of the ocean. Now start breathing a bit deeper. Feel like the air is reaching every cell of your lung, every cell of your body, enriching you with energy. And now start feeling very light with every breath. Light as a feather. Breathe this lightness in and breathe the heaviness out. Bring the attention towards your body, how it feels like. Be present now. Start hearing the noises outside and maybe the temperature in the room, if it is cold or hot. Bring yourself on the right side of your body by bending the left leg and the knee and pushing yourself a bit with your left foot to go to the right. You can bend both legs and simply stay in this position for a couple moments. Push yourself from the ground. Keep your eyes closed. And go into the seated position with your legs crossed. In any comfortable pose, your back straight. Scan all of the body. How it feels now after the practice. What has changed? Which feelings you have now? You can stay here, or if you would like to practice with me mantra Om, we unite our hands in the Namaste in front of us. And we chant mantra Om 3 times mentally or out loud as you want, while sharing this feeling that we have with the ones that we want. So the inhale. and a small incline. Thank you so much for doing this practice with me. This balancing practice, I think maybe it wasn't very easy, but I'm sure like with the passing of time, you will be able to hold these poses for the infinite number of minutes. And remember that now we're taking care of our body by strengthening it, by making it more elastic, by making it feel better, so that our body can take care of us for the rest of our life, because this is the only body that we have. So please be kind to it, and be careful, and do something good. Do yoga, do any kind of activity that makes you feel good and makes your body feel good. Once again, thank you, and see you in my other videos. Namaste.